The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
I like my green with crystals like Folgers, picking up momentum, rolling like boulders. They call me ice, but I'm really much colder. My rhymes is heavy like the weight on my shoulders. I'm spitting that red hot smoldering lava. I fight to the end like the Navajo. Crack a bottle though, make it the goose with cranberry and triple sec. Triple my check, I feel the ripple effect of a fool on the loose. I hit you from every angle, from obtuse to right. Street shit like JJ, I'm dynamite. Slide me some dough, I show you an execution in the flesh, and promise not to leave nothing left. If you bomb it, I keep stabbing, shooting, damaging, looting, till it ain't no disputing who the greatest is.
Woo! That was nice.
That's all I needed at the end of that shit was some mixed master ice. Do you even know who mixed master ice is?
No.
Man, I tell you, man, some people, man. Poet, you heard of
Louis Johnson
mixed
is on
master
that
ice?
bass though.
Oh man, our G cars, man, it's going.
Man, I be into musicians. I'm not up on the DJs like that.
Well, the new Roxanne Shante is coming out.
Well, wait a minute. Okay, I'm Mike Robertson. Thanks for joining Mike Robertson Boulevard. Yeah. I got Dwann Brown here. You see him presented so what would I want to say? Fully in the screen.
That nigga was trying to say.
That nigga screen coverage is through the roof.
Yeah, we see him look like number 18. I get it. 81, depending on how you looking at it.
Oh, man. All right, look, man. So I asked the question. I just came out of the blue who is Mixed Master Ice. I got two gentlemen here that are my guests today from one of the local businesses that's blowing up around the way, Drobe Stogies. In the place to be, we got Jakeem and Ryan in the house. What's up?
How y'all doing?
Yeah. Hey, look, man, we're going to talk about your G card first, man. Who is Mixed Master Ice, man?
I'm thinking UTFO.
This is definitely from
Doc Ice. UTFO.
No, Dr. Ice is from UTFO, but Mixed Master Ice is from UTFO. That was their DJ's name.
Yeah,
Mixed Master Ice.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to go...
This is during the Roxanne.
I know, man. You was in like...
I was like 5.
Preschool and shit, yeah. So fuck that shit, huh?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't expect you to know that, man. Yeah. I don't want to pull your G card. But y'all made me feel good, man. My brothers right here, they knew a little something right quick, man.
Been listening to hip-hop since I started.
Since it started, huh?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I've been on.
And the Roxanne Shante Netflix thing just came out.
I heard that shit is hot, man. Did you see it?
I haven't seen it yet.
You seen the Roxanne Shante? Oh, is it good?
I've been meaning to write a review about it.
Oh, please tell us.
I thought it was good for people who like us who already know the history, but for the new generation coming up, it should have been more detailed and laid out because people don't. This generation has no idea who Roxanne is. Roxanne Shante.
Okay.
So I kind of felt like there's probably going to be a part 2 to it because it just really didn't give enough detail on her career to me.
Really?
It was more of her personal side. I mean, it showed her being in domestic violence, her mom being an alcoholic. Nia Long did an excellent job.
Really?
By the way. And the girl who played Roxanne. But I just thought it should have been more, I don't want to say educational because it was just like a little drama, but
it didn't sound
for
like
the new generation of
enough.
people. And then, this is an interesting fact, in the movie, she's at a club and they're playing Egyptian Lover. So I was like,
Egyptian Lover.
Were they playing Egyptian Lover in New York back then? Because all I used to hear back then, because I was around, is they used to clown West Coast artists like LA Dream Team and Egypt.
Yeah, they didn't fuck with that. Exactly.
But I asked Egypt myself. I said, Egypt, I was watching Roxanne, they played your record. Were they playing your record in New York at that time? And he said, yes, they were. And that his record actually sold pretty well out there.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Yep. And, you know, I was like watching it like, yeah.
Egypt. Ah, okay. That's hot.
But, yeah, it was good, though. It was good. And they had, like, Nas and Biz Markie and Marley Marl and, you know, people like that. But I just feel like for the newer generation, they should have educated them more on who she was.
Well, I looked at
and I don't even think they had UTFO on the thing.
Really? I looked at her interview, though, this interview she did, and she was just talking about how she was the best MC. It wasn't like the best. There was no term girl rapper yet until her. She started this term girl rapper because she was so good that she was serving up dudes. And basically, nobody could see her, and she freestyled like that Roxanne Shante song was freestyle, dude, off the dome piece.
That. But they did show she was about her money, and that she was battling dudes on the street and winning money. So that she didn't just rap; she rapped for money even before she even had a record deal.
Oh, that's hard. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
Shit.
But she was not the first rapper, though. She was not the first female rapper.
No, not the first. The best.
She's the best.
I don't know. I guess it's a matter of opinion.
I guess so. But who was better than Shantae at that time? It wasn't no Sparky D yet. It wasn't no...
That's in the movie, Sparky D is in there battling her.
Oh, really?
In the movie, that's her rivalry, but they were really friends, but they were rivals.
Oh, okay.
And then JJ Fad came after that.
JJ Fad.
Well, JJ Fad was the first female rap group to actually, I think, go platinum or gold.
Yeah, you didn't have to really know how to talk the language. Yeah, that was it. Oh man, well let's talk about this, man. So I got my guys here, man. We go way back. Definitely to the Chestnut, pretty much is where it all begins.
Westchester.
My man Dwann is from a younger generation. He's a Chester, right? Yeah.
Westchester, yes.
Okay.
So we rang. I try to explain to the youngest, man, how much work I put in back in the day, but they don't really get it. They don't really understand. But anyways, so man, I'm so happy and proud of y'all, man. Really, honestly, and I'm so fucking embarrassed to say I never been to the Spizot, man. So I'm not gonna front on here like, oh man, I've been there. I kick it there, man. I think about it like 1,000 times, man. Because for real, man, y'all like my young homies, dude, and I'm proud of you. So these brothers open up Drobe Stogies, man. Talk about that shit, man, Jakeem. How that shit start?
Well, Ryan and I have been friends for a long time, even before Westchester. Back to parent school in Ladera.
Since the 4th grade.
And he has been into the custom clothing business for about 19, 20 years. And at the same time he started doing that, I started selling automobiles. So I'm an auto broker. And during our path, we started referring customers back and forth to one another. And then we realized that we had basically the same type of client. You know, the client that's looking for where their style or their presentation is important to them. They like nice suits. They like nice cars. And the next progression was they like nice cigars. They like, they just like what we consider the good life. Nice restaurants, nice drinks, whatever they're doing, they want the best of the best.
Man, listen to these brothers, man. These brothers polished. Dwann, you hear that, man?
I want the best good shit.
So we figured if we came together and we started selling cigars and all the accessories that went along with those and the accessories that go along with clothing as well, that he would sell more clothes and I would sell more cars and we'd have some happy clients. And that's kind of what it's turned into. We opened up a membership cigar lounge on La Brea, right near Fairview.
Damn, so how's that work? You pay like monthly, and then you just come through?
They pay annually.
You pay annually.
Well, there's different levels to membership.
There's the gold, there's the silver, and the bronze. We don't have to get into your levels.
Let me know.
But I was just wondering, like, do you like pay to be a part of it, and you get to come throughout the year, blah blah blah? Exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Your locker there.
The locker, man.
Host an event there if you want to.
You got wood grain on that locker?
Yes, sir.
Oh, those niggas got wood grain, Dwann.
I love my cigars.
So
you be fucking with the cigars, Dwann?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah, man. I started smoking cigars before I started smoking weed.
Ain't that bitch?
That's how I started, yeah.
Damn. So let's talk about smoking cigars, man, because at first it was just like men, you know what I mean? And now it's like a lot of ladies that fuck with it too, huh?
Really
let's talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that initially the women were coming to catch a good man. You know?
Oh, really? Oh, they didn't even want to smoke the cigars? They was just hanging around?
It's what it seemed like to me, that, you know, it was almost all men, and every now and then a lady would come, maybe with her and her girlfriend, and they'd, let me see, and how do you smoke it? And but it's evolved now today where some days we may have more women in the lounge than men, and they are not beginners. They'll run circles around the brothers and teach them, you know, about the newest cigar that came out of AJ Fernandez, you know, and all kinds of different.
Well, okay, tell me about the teaching, though. What is there to know, man? It seems like there's a lot to it, man. It's like a culture on its own and shit.
It is. It's a culture. I mean, it starts from how to select a cigar. You know, some cigars are more spicy, so you smoke it, and you know you may taste pepperiness on your tongue versus some are more creamy, where you're like, oh, that's smooth. And so, you know,
I think I might want the creamy shit.
I like the creamy ones, man.
Oh, yeah, I think I like that creamy.
Donuts.
Yeah.
There's flavored ones, you know.
Nigga don't want no pepper. Nigga have like paprika cigars and shit. Cayenne cigars, tips.
McCormick and Smith cigars.
Yeah,
There's a wide range of flavors, just like wine. You know?
Really?
It's like wine, and you're going to develop something that meets your palate. And
what is it, in the leaf? Is it actually in the leaf, or what?
Yeah.
What's the science on it?
It's, you know, leaves, it can get technical, but on the top part of a tobacco leaf has a different flavor than the part that's closer to the ground. So depending on which part of the leaf, you're going to get different flavors and different strengths. And then you got different ways they age them that can bring in different flavors as well. And there's different regions, Nicaragua and Dominican Republic, Cuba, you know.
Wow.
So there's a lot of different elements that can make a cigar. But the main thing that we tell beginners is rule number 1. Don't inhale.
Don't do it.
Hell no.
That's my mistake,
You will
dude.
vomit.
You'll turn green.
Man, I inhaled a cigar, man. Let me tell you this. So I'm not a cigar type motherfucker, man. Let me just say that, because I have a problem with like just how it like feels in my mouth. I probably don't have the right ones and shit. But anyway, nonetheless,
one of our classes.
Yeah, exactly. I think I need a course, man. So I was in Mexico, actually. I was in Mexico, and I was way down south in Mexico, man, and there was this fucking bullfight. Basically, I was at a bullfight in Mexico, and these motherfuckers had some cigars, bro, that, man, let me tell you, man, that shit was so, like you said, smooth, dude, where it was just like... Dude, man, before I knew it, dude, I felt like I was like a king and shit, dude. Bro, it was like so good. It was different.
We say a good cigar is a celebration, man.
It is.
It really is. You know, from the way you cut it and the way sometimes the leaves are oily, so they almost have a sheen on it when you light your cigar, and all these things we show you in our etiquette class. And by the time you take your first drag, you're so enamored by the experience that, you know, you feel like I'm about to really unwind and sink in this chair and enjoy myself.
Yeah, I think I'm Al Capone, nigga.
It's a ceremony.
And you pair it with the white red wine. That shit feel like ecstasy and love. You know what I mean? People don't, because like people, I'm 36. You know what I mean? And a lot of people my age be like, man, you into wine and cigars? Like they still into the Hennessy and shit. You know what I mean? And it's cool. And they still into the Hennessy and the cigarette or something like that. And I smoke my weed too. You know what I mean? But when you get a good cigar and a good wine, and you sitting there on them big ass leather chairs chilling, you know what I mean, having a good conversation, you know, especially with someone you connect with. Oftentimes you meet new people over those at those times, and you get deep into something, and it's just a great human experience to have.
You hitting the nail on the head, bro.
And it doesn't, you know, it don't put you so far out where you can't think straight. You still coherent.
Nah, exactly,
sharp,
exactly.
But you
bingo.
Lift it,
but it's
and
lifted.
then when it come down, you just kind of ease down like a 747 to LAX. You know what
this nigga is descriptive.
That's
man.
nice.
That's how it works.
That's it.
Can we bottle that up and
that is it. So what is this thing that you hear? There's a distinction between cigars and Cuban cigars. Let's talk about that distinction. What is that?
Really, it's that there's been an embargo that makes it difficult for Americans to get Cuban cigars. And so the difficulty of getting it has made the mystique grow and made them because it's more challenging to get. Like, oh man, I got a Cuban. Like, oh, that must have been hard. Somebody smuggle it for you, and you smoke it. And I've had Cuban cigars, and I'm not saying that they're bad cigars by any means. But I've had some Nicaraguan cigars that will rival a Cuban.
You can get a good Argentinian cigar and be.
So it
fine.
ain't really like it's better as a cigar. I always thought that there was something about the cigar itself that made it better.
It's mystified,
or it was like
I don't want to belittle it like there is no difference. There's a difference between a Cuban seed and a Cuban cigar, and I would argue that a Cuban cigar and a Cuban seed probably is the best cigar, but. There's an image that they're miles.
Try to downplay it a little bit.
No, why downplay it? Because it comes across like they're just miles apart, and I don't agree that they're miles.
You know what I think it is? It's like preference. Like anything else, we all have our preferences, but there's that one thing that you can't get access to. You know what I mean? There's that forbidden fruit thing. It's just a human thing to have a lust for that forbidden fruit, and that's kind of what a Cuban is.
Yeah,
it's great in itself.
That forbidden fruit.
Yeah, it's great in itself, but the fact that it's forbidden made it something that like a class thing. I have one and you don't. America.
Yeah,
that's how he works.
True.
It's
That's true. That's true. That's true. So who has the reputation for having the best cigars?
Well, I think the Cubans have typically held that down.
Oh, okay.
Nicaragua.
What are some sleepers?
Dominican. Yes. That's
the Dominican.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great region. I mean, the regions are different because the atmosphere is different. The dirt is different. So when the plants grow, they're like grapes. They're going to have a different flavor based upon where they're coming from.
Right.
How much humidity is in the air and whatnot. How good the soil is.
Costa Rica's making some good sticks too.
Yeah.
And you know what? Because the world is getting so small, they mixing a lot. So you got a cigar that has Dominican, Cuban, and Nicaraguan all in one stick.
It can have the wrap from one place and the tobacco from another place.
Damn.
Ecuadorian binder. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the whole process like from beginning to end, from plant to cigar? You guys know the steps?
You might be getting out of my pay grade for that. I mean, essentially, you're going to grow.
I heard you say they're picking the plants, they're drying them for a certain period of time.
Yep.
I've seen in the festivals and stuff like that where the cats is there with the big pile of leaves and they're filling them and rolling them right on the spot right there like that. So I imagine they're growing them, they're picking them, they let them dry a certain amount of days before they say whatever, it's time to go, something like that, right?
Yeah, and typically the cigars are aged, and so the aging process adds more flavor, and so you have cigars that are typically aged, I think it's 21 days before they're able to be shipped, and from that point they can age to 21 years, depending on how long you want to age them before you sell them, but tobacco seems to... I don't want to say strengthen in flavor, but the flavor just seems to
marinate.
Like wine.
Yeah,
that's like wine.
Keep it humid.
Exactly.
Yeah, just keep it humid. Don't let it dry out.
So the longer you've had it, the more kind of you're going to get some flavor out of it.
And not always, but often. I mean, there are some cigars you had. I had a guy was telling me recently that he saved a cigar for like 12 years, and he went to smoke it, and it was like. It was like he was smoking dust.
Like dust?
Yeah, it didn't have much flavor.
I've had that effect, dude. Yeah, like what the fuck?
And so, it depends on how well you keep it humidified, keep the cigar from drying out, how well you take care of it.
Okay. So, at your spot, you guys do special events and everything like that?
Absolutely.
We do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tell me about something that was cracking.
Well, we have a range of events. We have a series that we call Burn and Learn. And through Burn and Learn, we do...
Ooh, Burn and Learn. I like that, Dwann.
Cool.
That's a nice little tagline right there. Burn and Learn, baby.
Different groups. We have a game night where people come out and play games and burn cigars. Because cigars are very social. It's a very social... you want to have fellowship. People are there together for a long time.
He said a night that was cracking. You got to tell him about adult talk.
Oh, adult talk. We always
say, nigga, tell me about adult talk. This nigga went into game night and shit. Hey, dude, we got a game night where we play Uno and
it's not like that. Brothers don't play games like that. But adult talk, they talk about anything they wanted to, from relationships to politics to whatever the crowd wants to talk about. They have a moderator that comes in. We don't do it ourselves. But we have a moderator, and it's standing room only, and it gets very intense in there. And
all right, he's putting it mild. We have to actually tell the moderator, it can't all be about sex. Every single question can't be about sex.
Why not?
and the ladies open up, and it goes hardcore.
Really? Did they literally open up?
Kind of.
Did they just open up?
Nigga right here.
It starts at 9 o'clock on Saturday. If you're not there at 9 o'clock, you're not
Really?
going to get a
You
seat.
do it every week?
We do it once a month. Everything rotates on a monthly basis.
9 o'clock once a month on a Saturday.
The third Saturday of the month.
Oh, and y'all got it cracking in there.
We had to turn people away last time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of heat in the air.
Yeah.
We need some topics, man. Y'all niggas pass down some topics.
Yeah. We also do financial literacy. We have a book club through the place. We do a cigar etiquette 101, and now we've expanded that to a 101B, where we're pairing wines, teas, and the cigars together. We do one that caters to the ladies.
Okay,
so, we'll have a house full.
Let's talk about that right quick before we go to the break. Etiquette, cigar etiquette. What's the etiquette? What is it? What are the rules of smoking a cigar around people? Like, it's kind of rude to just pull your shit out at the bus stop when this nigga's all right there and just be, you know what I mean? Like, is there etiquette, dude?
Man, you better not be showing a goddamn cigar at the bus stop.
I know, man. That's what I'm saying.
In New York, that's different.
That's what I'm saying, man. You don't want to be doing that. What's the?
Yeah, well, you know, it's like you know, they say don't let the suit wear you, wear the suit. The same thing's kind of with a cigar. So if I'm at the bus stop and I'm about to fire up a stick, I may try to go over to the side, getting the cut a little bit. Yeah. But the way I'm burning it is gonna make everybody else around either accept it or they gonna move. You know, it's the way you kind of carry yourself. And so a good cigar smells good. It's not going to be something where it's going to bother. People are going to feel like, oh, my gosh, get that. It's not a cigarette. It's a cigar.
There's a distinction.
There's a difference. Nice. And so, you know, if I'm the way I'm carrying myself as I'm smoking my stick, somebody may walk up to me and be like, hey, bro, do you got another one?
Yeah. Most people, that's a conversation start off at times.
Yeah.
Damn.
But, I mean, the etiquette is really, you know, how you cut your cigar. You know, you don't want to cut too much. If you want it to burn properly, how you light your cigar, so you don't want it to run on you. Some people will argue that you don't dump your ash, you let it fall. So you'll see the long people getting their ashes, you know, 2, 3, 4 inches long, which is
that's what you're not supposed to do.
No, it's been argued that's what you're supposed to do to keep the temperature.
Yeah, you ain't supposed to you're
not supposed to dump it off, but. I don't care about that. I mean, I don't want to follow
my
clothes.
That's a small little intricacy, nigga, where I'm like, I'll pass on whatever little benefit I get from keeping the ash on, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Right. Let that go.
Yeah. Very cool, man. Well, look, y'all, thanks for coming, man. What we got here, man?
Oh, man, we just brought you one of our Drobe Stogies shirts.
Oh, shit.
We were all out, you know, just welcome to the good life is our tagline.
What's the website?
Welcome to the good life.
Welcome to the good life, man. If you ain't smoking cigars, man, are you not in the good life?
You get one of those.
Absolutely. We're on Instagram and
Much
Facebook.
love, y'all.
Yeah, Instagram. Please hit us up on Instagram because that's really where we promote all of our events. So that's Drobe, D-R-O-B, like boy, E. Stogies, S-T-O-G-I-E-S.
And you open for walk-ins?
We're open 7 days a week, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we're a membership lounge, but to get a day pass, you just need to make a purchase and sign in. And so it's a low barrier to becoming a member for the day.
Okay.
And so, yeah, come on by. It's a very welcoming environment, chill, big screen TVs.
We have incredible
Me and the wife,
membership.
we do cigar lounges.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to come fuck with y'all, man.
I'm coming.
Yeah, it's a good look.
We might come tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
I think we might come tomorrow.
All right, party people. Look, man, thanks for coming in, y'all, for sure, man. Y'all check out my man's Drobe Stogies, man. They right here, real fucking close on La Brea off of...
Between Slauson and Fairview.
There we go. Bingo. Mm-hmm. All right, man. Mike Robertson Boulevard. We'll be right back. Holla.
Hey, man, I love that loveliness right there. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. You a thunderstorm and I'm Katrina. I'm a big giant and you Thumbelina. I saw my first reggae show with Tipatinas with Pato Bonton smoking his Sensamina. You dress like a ballerina. I'm a Leo, the real king, like Regina. I prefer the shotgun over the Nina and the Rego over the Six Fina. I put my saw on your neck like talking Tina. I be jogging this shit so I'm walking leaner. My mom's just died, so I'm talking meaner. I'm looking for Inglewood, has anybody seen her? I heard she fucked with Hawthorne on the side and smoke and drink with Gardena. I'm the middle line between good and bad, like the Los Angeles sports arena. You got roses in your bowl like Pasadena. I be with a gang of niggas like Altadena. They call us niggas and Mexicans wetbacks. That's how they keep that wedge between us. Can't fuck with me. From sea to sea. Hey, from sea to shining sea. I'm the only MC to see. From sea to shining sea. I'm the only MC to see. Call me a nigga, that's the least of my worries. Niggas be busting off these shots and flurries. It's a beautiful thing like Keith Murray. Like Flavor said, yo, my vision ain't blurry. If you want some, step up, hurry, hurry. I'm stuck on the pot like the juices of curry. And I still can't see out this hole. I'm supposed to feel rich though, I got skin to gold. Let the story be told and the truth unfold. Niggas came through rude in a black Camaro. Rolled down the window and exposed the barrel. Bullets flew through the sky like a sparrow. My escape was narrow, cause I hit the dirt. Them bitches I was with, I could see if they skirt. I told them get down unless you wanna get hurt. Them bullets whizzing past your dome piece hurt. I laid across the pitcher's mound at Centinela Park is where the shit went down. I told them shit ain't changed, niggas shooting at me, and I ain't even in the game. Shit ain't changed, niggas shooting at me, I ain't even in the game. From sea to shining sea, from sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. 1, 2, 1, motherfucking 2. This is Mount at Centinela Park is where the shit went down. I told them shit ain't changed, niggas shooting at me, and I ain't even in the game. Shit ain't changed, niggas shooting at me, I ain't even in the game. From sea to shining sea, from sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. From sea to shining sea, I'm the only MC to see. 1, 2, 1, motherfucking 2.
All right. Mm-hmm. All right, party people. Mm-hmm. Man, sorry for that extended
long ass break.
Yeah, man, long ass break. All right, man. I love, man, my young guys, man, from Drobe Stogies came through, man.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
good
That's
shit to
cool
learn
stuff.
about some cigar culture and all that stuff, man. What do you think about that, man?
Oh man, I thought that was cool, man. The youngins though, they mistake it for time to roll a blunt.
Yeah,
that's a different store.
Yeah, that's different.
That's a different lounge.
That's different, man.
Different lounge.
All right, well, look,
I'm
man.
down with both though. But
on the table with us right now, man, my homie just came in, Mr. John Eddins.
What's up?
Director, actor, writer, man, extraordinaire. What's up with you, man?
Hey, man, I'm just doing the damn thing. What's up?
John been on all kind of shit too, man. John, you've been on
I know,
a lot
man.
of shit, man.
I'm a Negro actor journeyman, man. I ain't A-list, B-list, C-list. I'm blue collar.
Yeah, blue collar make me holler, huh?
Exactly, man. I'm like John Henry on this bad boy.
Man, dude, John's been in CSI, right? NSI, CS something?
Wifey CSI later on tonight. CSI,
CSI.
Sopranos.
You was an Iron Man, nigga. That's what impressed me, man. I was like, this nigga right here, man. That was a fat check, huh?
Oh, it was a cool check. I ain't gonna say it was hella fat, but listen, it was a check. It had a comma in it.
It had a comma in it?
Had a comma in it.
I take that part.
That's the distinction, huh, nigga? Did it have a comma or not, man?
Did it have a comma or a drama?
Dang, man.
It had a comma.
Dang, how they treat you on the set, man, like that, man? It's special, huh?
Oh, well, look, man, it depends on where you are, with it. If you're the journeyman or, blue collar, sometimes you get, real good accommodation. Sometimes, it's always cool because you're working, but,
right.
No, I can't complain, man. My journey's been cool. It's everything I've done led me up to a certain place, so I'm not even complaining. I ain't tripping.
Really? Okay, so you actually went to school for acting, right?
I went to school for acting, yeah.
Yeah. So
and I acted
where did you go?
Well, undergrad, I went to Morehouse. Right, the house. Best 8 years of my life.
Hey, man, extended program.
Extended program. And then after that, I went to NYU and with a couple other brothers from Morehouse, man, and Spelman. So NYU was really good for me, living in New York, man. That was real cool.
Oh, man. That was cool, huh?
Yes.
So you went to NYU, man. So was there a lot of people in your class, man, that you see that's out there now and stuff doing anything?
There are people in my class. There are people who were behind me, a couple of people, in front of me. I mean, the program overall is really, really good. It teaches you acting and not just theater, although it's conservatory training, but it's acting for whatever, But sometimes, you get caught up in the theatrics of it. So you'll go into an audition like, nigga, where's my wallet? And it ain't like that, right? So you still gotta be like, where the fuck's my wallet? You put on your pimp shit,
Yeah, and, you can't use that.
Nah, you can't be trying to inflect a little bit too much.
You can't put the Iliad and shit on your wallet talk.
Nah, you gotta know how to put some nigga sauce on it. Yeah, you going for the Iliad, you gotta put just some nigga sauce on it. Put some nigga sauce on the Iliad.
Yeah.
A lot of ways you go with it, so yeah.
There is a lot of ways you could go with that. Or Othello and shit.
Hey, I'm waiting for that one, man. But the thing is, if you love what you do, you never have to work. Because you just love what you do. So
speaking of loving what we do, man, I'm going to be live at the J Spot on April 21st with my homies on stage. Look at that right on cue, baby.
Mike Boogie at the J Spot.
Man, dude, with my man Dwann Brown right here,
that's
man.
That's a great fucking lineup right there.
Man, can you believe it, dude? We are going to be fucking killing them, man.
All I'm saying together, that's
Freeze Love, Mellroz, Uncutt, Al Tuma, Aquila, Kamira, Dwann, and Willis. God, man, please, man. Hope y'all be in the house,
I'm going to have to say that. You had to hook up on a ticket?
Man, we're going to talk after the show, man.
All right, damn,
yeah. We might need you to come up there and do a monologue or some shit, nigga, something. Did you have to do a monologue for to get out of school or what?
To get in, you have to do a couple of monologues or one monologue, sing a song. You go in and you go. And then they decide whether or not they want you for the callback. You get the callback, then you go again, and after that they decide. It's a process, man. First year I didn't get into anywhere, man, because when I got to New York for the auditions, all I wanted to do was just hang out and have fun, and just.
Oh, okay. So you wasn't really
focused.
Yeah, you wasn't really in school.
Hell no. Hell
Just
to
like
the
your
no.
time in Morehouse, nigga.
Like I said, best 8 years of my life. Graduation was overrated. Let's just be real.
Hey, man. Oh, that's real funny. I love that shit right there, baby. Hey, look, so has anybody ever put you on a casting couch?
No, but the year's early.
The year's early?
We only in April.
Yeah, nigga got a lot of months left. Look, what about this, man? Have you ever been hit with the whole, like, come on, man, you got to act a little blacker, dude. You need to act a little more black, man.
No, I haven't been hit with that one yet because, after it didn't take me long to kind of understand that aspect of it when you got to put a little sauce on it. When you got to,
is that what you call it, sauce?
Put a little sauce on it.
Yeah, man, because like you said, you can't be Iliad with this shit. You got to know when you got to put some sauce. But I'm still, you still learn, you still grow, you still stay fresh, you still keep it tight, you still got to be professional, you still got to work. So you still got to work at it, even in your downtime. So,
Damn, even in your downtime.
Downtime.
You be rehearsing this shit in the mirror?
What I do is, yes and no. But what I do is I'll go ahead and I'll download some sides from another project, and I'll just go over it, man. I try to put in an hour, every day. And,
damn, really? An hour a day, huh?
Hour a day. But lately I've been busy enough where I'll go in to read for something so I can keep it going.
Oh, so you saying you got to crack it so much that really you're not really doing it that much lately?
I ain't got time to practice.
It comes and goes in waves, Lately's been cool.
Also, lately it's been cool, man.
Lately's been cool.
Let's talk about your film, man, because me and John worked effortlessly this past summer on his super hot project called POG Day 12, which stands for Pretty Ass White Girl.
Right, we took liberties with the POG thing. Don't just look up POG online. It's going to take you way off.
Yeah, you're not going to want to go to them results.
You may not make it to your destination. The destination is Pretty Ass White Girl, but Day 12. So at Pretty Ass White Girl, at POG Day 12. POG spelled PAWG. For those who don't know.
Yeah, man. That was very interesting. We had your actors here on the show a few weeks back.
I saw that.
Do you remember the day where we were casting for your Pretty Ass White Girls and the white girls were coming in? Let's talk about that, man.
First of all, in Hollywood, it's really a trip because, everybody's hungry, and we must have gotten probably 500 submissions for that, over 500. In just 2 days.
Yeah, in just 2 days.
So to just break it down and find one white girl in particular, you have to screen all 500 of those pre-screen first before you get to, a round of say 40, 30 or 40, maybe 50 that you're interested in seeing. But I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, but I remember when the first time Alex walked in, we looked and we was like,
Yeah.
She had a look. And then in the film, it's a trip because, she is a bona fide white girl, but she looks different in every scene.
She looks blackish. She looks blackish, dude. She does.
What's the name of the film?
It's called POG, Pretty Ass White Girl.
POG.
Pretty Ass White Girl, Day 12.
Pretty Ass White Girl. So basically the film, okay, tell us what it's about.
The film is about a gentleman who's going to get his fiancée back after he dies. And comes back in the body of a white girl. So Alex did have her work cut out for her. I felt like it was the right time for that kind of, for that kind of project. And so, yeah, he has his problems and his work cut out for him because now he is a white woman. But he still has the same swagger as a brother.
Same mannerisms. He talks the same, all that shit.
Yeah, but it's a little awkward now because you're figuring it out. A different body, you're in a woman's body. And that's where it was interesting for Alex because, she had to be not just a man, but be a black man. And that was, that was kind of interesting for Alex. And then, because she's black and everybody else in her world is black or in his world is black, she had to get used to saying that, nigga this, nigga that, the N-word.
Yeah, do you remember we had to put her through nigga training and shit?
We had
to get her to say it right and have her inflections.
Through nigga boot camp. We put her through nigga boot camp.
Yeah, we put her through nigga boot camp. And it was a bunch of niggas in the room too. Like, no, not like that. Like, put more on the G. Like, nigga.
It's like, no, we are. But then we was taking her through these things where you like, this is how you got to walk to be black and, or whatever.
Yeah, doing the black walk. And you was like, one of the lines was like, nigga, I know. And forever, dude, it took like 2 hours to be like, nigga, I know.
Yeah, but you know, here's the funny thing, man. She's in a room full of brothers, and we're trying to teach her how to do the walk and do everything. And so we doing it, and then after it's all over, we go back to walking like our regular self, like,
yeah.
And so what I learned is, like, when you do a film, especially, this was a learning process, my first project, but it starts out one thing and ends up being another. And what, you know, it's interesting, I mean, because you look at Barack Obama, he's a black man, but you can't say that he just walks like a black man. Everybody now, we're at a point where, like in the 70s, maybe the 80s.
Hey, when that nigga was finished, he was walking like a black man.
No. He had...
On his way out.
When he walked to that helicopter.
Yeah, goddamn it.
Once he got elected, he was walking like a brother. But the thing is, we learned is there's no one set way to do it anymore. In the 70s, it was defined more or less. 80s, it was kind of defined. Now, you know, brothers, you know, got their Urkel, be getting their Urkel on.
Niggas got on skinny jeans and shit. You can't stroll in those skinny jeans.
You got this new thing happening.
And no kind of walking, a little tight.
Nah, you can't do nothing, man.
Your thighs rubbing against the hard-ass jean material. You ain't...
Set your nuts free, man.
Set them free, Jack. Do something. Just let the nuts hang for a minute.
Man, set them free, man. So, look, we got a film, man, this weekend, man. Yes. Premiering in the Oakland International Film Festival. I can't wait to bounce up there, man, to peep that out.
Friday and Saturday nights, we will be screening at the Oakland International Film Festival. In February, we had the opportunity and the honor to do Pan-African.
Okay.
And it was real cool. The response was great. You know, I was a little nervous because, you know, nobody had ever seen it before. And so to get that first laugh out, to get the audience into it. You know, the second screen, I just sat back and just propped up my phone and just recorded the audience laughing, man. And so it, you know, it was great, man. It was a good thing for me.
Isn't that special, man? Isn't that special?
I cannot cry. I can only I might just weep. Yeah. Get people laughing, you know, everybody, you know, clapping at the end. And so it was a good experience for me.
Wow. Cool shit, man. Well, let's talk about a few things, man, that's new and shit and new and fresh, man. We talk about crazy, things that happen in the news, John. You can chime in on these items. The first one, this lady, this mother crashes her SUV into a pole to prove to her kids that God would keep them safe. What type of shit is that?
Well, what happened when she crashed into the pole?
I don't even know. I didn't even go any further than that.
If they were safe, then point taken. You had another lady who drove her SUV van off of a cliff with all her adopted kids in it. Ain't that some shit?
You heard about that?
No, I didn't. You heard about that one?
Yeah, if it was a picture back in 2014 that went viral of a black teenager crying and hugging a police officer. I don't know if you saw that. He was really crying. Yeah. Well, it was him. And that family then was adopted by this white female couple, and they had abuse claims against them. And they made the kids starve and shit. And the kid was like going to the neighbors like, "Can you give me some food?
And don't make me go back there.
Don't make me go back there." They got convicted of child abuse, but she only got a 90-day suspended sentence.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Got to keep the kids. And then what happened was the day before she drove the kids off the cliff, another abuse report was filed. She saw it, never went in the house, and they drove her off a cliff. And then the news was like, "Well, we don't know if it was suicide." It wasn't no goddamn skid marks. Hell yeah, it was suicide.
Oh, every car got like a black box, so they went to the car and found out that she stopped.
Wait, cars have black boxes? I didn't know that.
A lot of your modern cars, and they found out, she parked it and stopped and then read the engine and then pinned it at 90 and drove straight off the cliff at 90.
Yeah,
miles an hour. Damn is right.
Ugh.
How far was she trying to get?
You know what? It's rough to come. That's
you don't rough, fly man. At 90, goddammit.
That last 30 seconds had to be brutal.
What are you doing in the last 30 seconds? Are you tying your seatbelt? You be holding on tight?
I feel
bad. Do you let go? What do you?
I feel bad for them kids because they couldn't control none of it.
I feel the worst for them kids, especially one that was under the cop. You know. Because you identify with that kid, you can put a kind of like some kind of characterization on it.
You saw how scared he was. Looked like he was begging that cop for help.
That's what I thought when I saw.
And it wasn't nothing about no protest. It was about what he was dealing with at home.
Yeah.
Like,
help me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that was a
little bit
scary.
of like, that was a cry for help.
Yeah, he was crying.
That was a crime for help.
The neighbors that have them leave food on the porch for him because they weren't feeding them.
That's crazy, man.
You never know these days with people.
All right, man. The next one, man. Is it a crime, man? Is it a crime?
For Mike Boogie to keep singing this shit.
Yeah, that's a goddamn crime.
It's a misdemeanor at least.
Somebody shoot that cat. All right, man. Law enforcement is routinely unlocking iPhones using dead people's fingers to find out more information. So if you got the fingerprint shit on your phone and they walk up on you and you dead, they'll be like, bleep, bleep, blink, blink. And figure out like the last niggas you text, who called you, who might have killed you. I don't know, man. Is that a crime? Dwann, starting with you.
I think it is if you're not at least getting the family's permission to know, 'cause that's privacy. You know what I mean? They should at least get the family's permission or the judge's warrant to help solve the case, because we know how irresponsible the police are with information. You know what I mean? They'll go ahead and say we found it in the phone, and it'll be some shit that they made up. Let me get this phone up real quick and text this information. You don't know what they doing with it, so that's a motherfucking crime.
Yeah.
That is a crime.
Looking at your booty
all right, what you
pics.
say, man?
Yeah, looking at your booty pics. That ain't right. That's some old wifey CSI shit, too. Why she get you drunk during happy hour when you get home and get sleep.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. Give me your hand, baby.
But you know what? That's going to be the question. Is it admissible in the court of law?
It don't matter if motherfuckers already know.
Yeah, well, that's a good one. I say, if I had to vote on it, I say it's illegal.
It's a crime.
it is a crime, but it's probably not going to get, they're probably not going to sweat you on it, especially if they find out information that they need to know.
Look, I don't know if this is real. Did y'all see the video that came out with the little girls crying in the classroom where Trump walks in the classroom?
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Man, have you seen that?
Nah, but I can't wait to see that.
Trump walks into a classroom and these girls are screaming like crazy.
Terrified. They look terrified.
Like never before, huh?
Yeah.
Like it was the devil, dude.
The kids see energy. If you don't understand, kids read energy. They can't break down your words. They feel your presence.
Yeah, dude. And these kids are little. Yeah. They're like 4 and 5.
The younger they are, the more in tune they are with that.
Man, he walks in the classroom and goes like, "Hey, blah blah," and man, they're like, "Ah!"
He is a scary looking
major screaming, dude.
Yeah, well, he is a scary individual, and he done made a deal with somebody. Because he got all 7 of the deadly sins.
Yeah. He got all, wait. What do you mean? Let's review.
Okay, 7 deadly sins. Greed.
He got that. We know he got that.
You know he got that.
Yeah, he got lust.
You
know he got that.
Vanity.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Got that.
Gluttony.
Gluttony, yep.
Gluttony.
Taking all the money.
Oh, yeah.
What's the other one? Sloth.
This nigga right
lazy.
Here. Yeah, he is kind of a lazy president.
He doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, he be on vacation more than anybody else.
All time in office.
Wow, man, my man is breaking down some science, y'all.
So the question is,
wait, what else is there?
There's 7 of them. I probably named 5.
Wait. Gluttony. You said that.
Gluttony, lust,
greed, sloth,
vanity, pride.
He got he said he never asked for forgiveness, so that's pride.
Yeah, exactly. And he thinks he's the best in everything.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
man.
I think wrath, or
Wrath. Oh, this nigga's
he just punches back.
Yeah.
And you know what is funny? Because he don't care what Obama did. Just reverse it. We should convince him Obama wrote the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Then he get rid of it.
Yeah.
But he gets rid of stuff without asking. Without thinking about what's the next thing, what's the best thing to replace it with. Just if Obama did it, cut it. So them kids probably did look at him and be like, and he did come with that song, The Snake, when he was talking about the immigration. Mm-hmm. And he said, he quoted the words, he said, "You knew I was a snake when you let me in."
Oh, yeah.
And people just don't hold him accountable enough. But, that's neither here. I'm saying all this, I'm probably going to get audited next year.
But look, now he's saying like they ain't going to build a fence right now. They're just going to put the troops along the border. What you think about that?
My thing is, look, drive down the 8 freeway on the way to Yuma, California, and he says a fence that's already goddamn there.
All right. Hey, party people, we got a caller, man. What's up, y'all? Mike Robertson Blvd. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Mike Robertson Blvd? This little man.
What's up, little man?
Not too much. How you doing,
What's
bro?
up, little man?
Everything's good, man. Everything's good. What's on your mind?
Hey, man, y'all going political on it, man. Y'all trying to see what these youngsters and stuff doing, and Donald Trump, trying to be politically correct.
Oh, tell me about it. What you mean?
Man, just like I said, just know the understanding of how shit ended up the way that it is right now.
And how was that?
How was that? Come on now, bro. You have to see the stuff growing. You know, they try to keep our people under. But we understand that family unity. And we just, the president now, he just don't have any morals. We were raised with morals.
Damn, you saying he got no morals, huh?
No morals.
No character, no integrity.
Man, come on, dude. We didn't just really sniff and tell like that, but smell the fingers and stuff like that. Bro.
What is his? What is it? What does he have, man? Why are people drawn to him, man? What is it?
Shit, I like his golf course right there off of PCH.
Nigga like his properties, huh?
Come on now, man. You know, I'm at Perry on Crenshaw right there. I got my hair cut at Floyd's Barbershop.
What the fuck? Wait, what?
Yes, sir.
Wait, who is this?
This is Little Man.
Little Man.
Nigga dropping plugs and shit right here.
I know. That's my
Vincent Burt.
Oh, what's up, dog? What the fuck, man? Don't be having your aliases. What's up, homie?
Come on, you said aliases.
Nah, not your alias,
You
but
need a government name on that one.
no, not alias, but you took a minute to say your name and shit. What up, dog? What up? Hey, so look, did you see this new video with Trump and the little kid screaming and stuff?
Yeah, I seen how he went political all the way on that, and them kids don't know about no $1 billion deficit or nothing like that. Did we know about that kind of shit when we was rolling off of Yukon and stuff like that?
Nope.
Hell no.
No, we just knew where people was treating us good or bad, or you went on that side of the street or that side of the street, and that's how we grew up.
When you was a little kid, you knew which uncle was a good uncle, and you knew which one was full of shit.
Yeah,
and you
true.
didn't know nothing about their background. You just felt it.
That's true. That's true.
But it's so amazing because it came, like I said, even up our ancestors, even years and years before us, we just got taught a pattern, and we learned that pattern. You know, our mothers didn't want us to get killed and stuff like that. You know, the stuff that went on in our neighborhood, Mike.
Yeah,
you know,
they didn't
wanted
want
us
that.
to always be safe. Your father was a business owner. My father used to even, like I said, do business with your dad. He owned business with the airline industry for 30 years before he passed, 10 days before 9/11.
Damn.
You know, so that, you know, the history and stuff is there.
Right.
I can see why things are the way they are now.
Yeah. Well, it's evident, man. It's evident, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. Well, thanks for calling in, dog. I appreciate it, man. Keep listening. I love it.
Oh, for sure.
All right.
Big shout out. I'll be out that way.
All right, holla back.
Give me that stage.
Hey, let's do it.
You at the J Spot?
That's right. J-Spot,
Okay,
April 21st, baby. Saturday night.
All right. I'll see you when I see you, man.
All right, holla.
All right, I'm out.
Hey, Mike, can I bring up one other thing?
Anything.
Okay, check it. I work on a show called Bosch, and Bosch is a detective show about the Rampart Division of the LAPD, and I've been on that show for 4 years. So,
the Rampart shit, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, but it's based on the books from Michael Conley about a detective named Harry Bosch. And it's developed by Eric Overmyer, who developed The Wire, one of the creators of the Wire.
My favorite shit, man, in
right.
the world.
Well, if you what's really cool about it is that, you know, we have some of the cast from The Wire. So I play Sergeant Wash. I'm the bodyguard for the chief of police, who is Lance Reddick from The Wire. And we got Jamie Hector also.
Tell him I want him on my show, man. Please,
Hector,
man. Politic that, man.
I can't make no promises, but I like. And then, you know, Titus Welliver playing Bosch. But if you like The Shield, you know, you remember the days of The Shield and stuff like that. You know, it's kind of like that kind of vibe because it's hella real, hella hard, and you know, everybody does an excellent job. The show starts. It streams live on Amazon starting April 13th. And for season 4, and it's got picked up for season 5. So hopefully I'm in season 5. I didn't get killed. I didn't get killed last season.
You ain't been killed
I gotta
yet?
pick that up. I have to watch that.
Yeah, I didn't get killed, but yeah. So be on the lookout for Bosch, and yeah, starting April 13th.
All right, man. Man,
Cause like it was like 4 people from the 4 of the police officers that was involved in the OJ case got fired through the Rampart scandal, like for planting evidence and shit like that. You know what I mean? People call Johnny Cochran a conspiracy theorist, but hell,
that shit was
they ended
real.
up getting fired anyway for doing what he said.
It's a trip with OJ because I mean, you know, I'm gonna ask you, OJ innocent or guilty?
He innocent as hell.
Mike Boogie innocent?
I say, man, I say he's guilty, but I don't have proof.
I say they framed him, and he's guilty.
Yeah,
they set him up and he's guilty.
Right, they just put extras on it.
They put too much extras. They put too much extras on it, and he did it.
But I don't have to prove
the coroner said they died by a Colombian necktie, and that's something that can only be done by a professional.
Well, but OJ said he cut him with the knife, though.
But that was
if he did it, he would have cut.
If he did it,
he was paid $5 million for the hypothetical.
I think he was there, man, or he was gonna kill him, but he didn't.
You know,
he didn't get to do it.
He was paid $5 million for that hypothetical, and that was all around the time he was going back to the trial again for that whole stealing his own shit.
That makes sense.
And he needed to pay his lawyers.
It makes sense. Yeah.
Hey, if he got $5 million for it, I ain't mad at him.
He got $5 million.
I understand why he did
baby.
it.
If I did it,
And it was a hypothetical book written. He was asked questions, and he answered them. And before he talked, he was literally asked questions, and he was answering like, "Okay, you give me $5 million. I got this trial coming up to steal my own shit."
Did he get the dough?
Yeah. What happened was, when it was supposed to be released, they held it. The Goldman family, everybody held it from being released.
Oh, so the dough is
they
still
wouldn't let it be released.
They put
he got
their
his money,
on
I think, but I think what it was, Fox bought the rights to the film, and then now that OJ makes so much money for so many people, they released it and made a shitload of money off of it.
Oh hell!
But the Goldmans and everybody, they initially stopped it from being released.
Damn,
that brother OJ.
Do you think he should not? Okay, here's a question for you. Do you think he should not have his Heisman? They fucking took his Heisman, dude.
He should have everything. Like Nicole Brown's sister was dating a mafia hitman at the time. I mean, Ron Goldman had defense wounds, and OJ. If someone has defense wounds, whoever was on office gonna have something on them too.
We got a caller, man. What's up, caller?
Hey, what's going on? Hey, it's Low Man Mike. Hey, I got Johnny Cochran, OJ to sign my Johnny Cochran book.
Really?
Yep.
Damn, did he cut you?
Nah, he ain't cut me.
Hey, little man. OJ Simpson, innocent or guilty, little man?
OJ Simpson right there, for that one right there. I met him, and I had him to sign my Johnny
Nigga,
Cochran
is he
book.
innocent or not?
No.
Nigga, you done taking up so much of this goddamn show, yes or no?
Yeah.
He innocent.
He innocent,
Thank you.
man. All right, man. All right, holler back. This nigga, man. Nah, you know what, man?
It was 2 sets of footprints on the crime scene.
Let me tell you what the thing that holds me back, right? There's only one thing that holds me back.
What holds you back?
Is the no blood in the car, bro. Without to slay those people like that, man, and to not have your car filled with blood and shit, man, is the only thing I can't get past, man. And the rage, the motive, all that type of shit, man. I could roll with that, man, but I cannot roll with that.
And you're right. That's what holds me up too, and the fact that if he were to clean, he only had 20 minutes of cleaning before he went to the airport.
That nigga could not clean in a nighttime like that. Hell no.
And it's nothing that they forget to say in the media, but what actually happened in the trial was found out that solution that they put in blood when they tested, the blood that was found in the car had that solution in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, we know them niggas
from the missing blood vial.
We know they plan it, yeah.
That Mark Furman caught on tape saying he likes to plant evidence on black people.
Now, here's a question, John. Have you ever been in a movie with O.J. Simpson?
It's the same answer as the casting couch. No, but the year is still early. We don't. No, I ain't been in a movie with OJ.
It's still early.
But that dude, he's guilty, man, because he thought it out as best as he could in his with his intelligent IQ mind and dressed it up, dressed for the part, did his thing, took all of those clothes off before he got into the van, had some other clothes up underneath.
I say this, man. Bro. He could be guilty, but they definitely didn't prove their case, and they tried to present a scenario that wasn't the real scenario, and that fucked everything up. So it's easy to sit back and say he's not. But I kind of feel like, man, the rage and the jealousy and the years of abuse and all that shit growing, I feel like, man, it could have been him, but there's just no proof.
You know that there was a letter from Nicole 2 months before she died, a love letter to OJ wishing that they get back together, and he said no. If you listen to that tape where he's like banging it at the door for Nicole, if you listen to the full tape, because they always cut it off at about 6 minutes, if you listen to 11 minutes, you hear OJ clearly saying, "You sucking that motherfucker's dick on the couch with my kids upstairs. Stop that shit."
That's the type shit that'll make you kill a motherfucker.
Going at it, you know what I mean? But she has a love letter to him that everyone, three other people,
dude, there's no you don't know why she wrote that. 3 other people associated with the Mezzaluna restaurant got killed the same way with a Colombian necktie. You know what I mean? The Ron Goldman was a black belt.
I didn't know that shit.
OJ could have paid them go kill them other motherfuckers.
No, Ron Goldman was a black belt, and he had defense wounds, and he had someone else's DNA under his fingernails because he got a few good licks in. Yeah, someone else's blood.
That was Al Collins shit, I think.
It was nobody.
Well, you said if he did it, there was a dude named Charlie or some shit.
Some dude named Charlie. Oh man! All right, y'all. Look, man, we at the end of our time, y'all. Hey, look, thanks for coming out, John, man. So, look, this weekend at the Oakland International Film Festival.
That's what's up.
Friday, Saturday, Pretty Ass White Girl, Day 12. So, come check it out. Come support if you find yourself in Oakland. Also, we're official selection of the Houston World Film Festival as well.
Oh, shit.
That's what's up.
Got to make it to the H.
I don't know if I'm... Well, yeah. You got to get out and support. And then, on hold for a few more, so we'll see what happens.
Exactly. That's how it goes.
Yeah. And thanks for your help with that, Mike Boogie. Mike Boogie's associate producer for Pretty Ass White Girl.
Yes,
Day 12.
Right, proudly. Yeah. All right, man. Dwann, where you going to be at and all that good stuff?
Now, every Friday night, AM 900 radio, old school classics. I'm part of that show.
No shit.
AM 900 every night, every Friday night from midnight to 2 a.m.
Oh damn! You bringing the classics like that, nigga?
What's considered classics? How far back you going?
Well, we going far. We going as far back as Dean Martin, and we going back to the standards.
They making love during your show.
And we going on with some new stuff.
Don't be over talking.
Good stuff.
You going back to Dean Martin?
Don't be over talking. All right, look.
Oh,
also, I'm so bad. Saturday 21st, y'all, man. Look, we are gonna be killing this J Spot on the 21st, Dwann, dude. Mm-hmm. Man, everybody gonna get good time, man. We're not gonna be tripping on the light on people like you just did 4 minutes, man. None of that, man. We're doing real shows, man. It's gonna be great. So many people been hitting me already, so I hope y'all are in tune to this, man. Get some tickets early too, man, because
I'm trying to get a ticket right now.
Get priority, goddammit. So anyway, me, Mellroz Uncutt, my faithful co-host, Dwann Brown, Al Toomer, Keela Aliko, Willis Turner, Freeze Love, my homie, my first homie in this comedy shit, Freeze Love, or one of my first ones anyway. Yo, so this shit gonna be hot, y'all. All right, man? Mm-hmm. Dwann Brown, at Dwann Brown on everything.
At Dwann Brown, Dwann B on Twitter and Instagram.
Dwann B. Exactly.
Dwann Brown on Facebook.
All right, man. King Mike Boogie on everything. Mike Robertson on Facebook. And
at Pog Day 12.
Yeah, that nigga's at Pog Day 12. All right.
12, the number 12.
All right, y'all, party people. Thanks, Poetess. Have a wonderful day, wonderful evening. We love y'all on a Tuesday, baby. Holla back, man. King Mike Boogie, Supreme Microphone Fiend.
I like my green with crystals like Folgers, picking up momentum, rolling like boulders. They call me ice, but I'm really much colder. My rhymes is heavy like the weight on my shoulders. I'm spitting that red hot smoldering lava. I fight to the end like the Navajo. Crack a bottle though, make it the goose with cranberry and triple sec. Triple my check, I feel the ripple effect of a fool on the loose. I hit you from every angle, from obtuse to right, street shit like JJ, I'm dynamite. Slide me some dough, I show you an execution in the flesh, and promise not to leave nothing left. If you bomb it, I keep stabbing, shooting, damaging, looting, till it ain't no disputing who the greatest is.